Hi, I'm Peter Redmond. I'm 60. I was 60 last summer. And what was the other thing I was supposed to say?
That's it.
Oh, that's it. Okay, well,
Right.
Greg Goddard, age 23. No.
I'm Joe Yeager, and I'm 29 years old.
Greg Goddard, age 50.
I think because I accept, I think maybe a midlife crisis is not accepting where you are, and I've accepted it. Yeah. So, no, I don't have a crisis.
Every day of my life. I would say that I do sometimes lament growing old. I don't know if that's a midlife crisis, but
No.
In American society, though, I mean, we're ready to go. Most young people, 18, 19, they're ready to go. And we have, a body of jokes about the 30-year-old still with his mom and dad. That's a lot different in the East. I don't know. I think that's an individual thing.
21 or 22?
As soon as you're done with college.
ASAP.
Yeah.
And I think job and career are two different things. If you're talking about a career, if it's career, then obviously you follow that career path. If it's a job, the day after you graduate from high school.
Probably 16 or 17.
It's right away.
Yeah, and again, that really depends. Everybody in the world, we were just talking about that in 6 Hour. Everybody's not meant to be married. You have to be willing to share, to compromise. And some people are just 100% fine being single. And other people are the opposite. They can't imagine going through life without a spouse. So I think that's an individual thing. It depends. And knock on wood, I just happen to have found a good woman that I'm going to be with for the rest of my life. And that, to me, a lot of that is luck. I lucked out.
I think that's a personal choice. Yeah. I was 36. So whenever it's ready. I would say probably after 25, though.
When the time's right.
I think there are two very important variables. One is your health, and then secondly is your money, your income. So you as you're working, you have X amount of dollars for income, and when you retire, that'll change, unless you're wealthy. That will change for sure. Then the other thing is, you don't want to work until you're so old that you can't do anything after you work. So I think it's a combination. Retire when you can still travel, for example. Play with your grandchildren if that's what you have. And at the same time have enough money. But back to that midlife crisis, you're going to have to accept the fact that you don't have as much money. And you have to change your lifestyle.
Well, I think to retire, that again is personal choice. My mother's 84 and she's still working. That's unusual, but probably somewhere between 65 and 70.
When you have enough money to retire.
No, I'm totally happy. 10. I mean, I could be a little more handsome, huh, Richard? And a little bit smarter. Right. But I mean, just as far as that simple question, I'm good. 10.
I would say 8.
Pretty happy. 7, 8.
De facto, it's changed because I'm older. But just as far as like maybe I was a class clown and now I'm the most serious person on earth. No, nothing like that. No, I wouldn't say.
Right.
Maybe slightly. A little bit.
I think so. I'm much more outgoing.
Again, knock on wood, I started wearing glasses at 50, and a lot of young people, kids, wear glasses.
Yeah.
So that has changed. sense of smell is still good. Hearing is still basically good. Little bitty things, though, do change. Your fingernails change. Your like when I was a kid, I used to get a cut, and I wouldn't worry about it. I'd wash it off and keep on going. But now, when you get older, you have to tend to that. You heal slower, things of that nature. And then clearly, I have a little less hair than I used to. So there are a lot of physical changes. You just have to be ready for it, you know. I was 39, about 39 or 40 years old, and when my hair started falling out. And that's back to your other question, Peyton, about crisis. See, people get upset about that.
Yeah.
And that's a big deal, and they have to deal with it. I don't care. You know, that's life. I didn't do anything. I was just combing out my afro, and then suddenly it was on the floor. So that's just life. So,
Right.
But yeah, a lot of physical changes, a lot of them.
They have definitely decreased, particularly sight. I don't wear glasses, but I can tell that I can't see quite as well reading. Hearing, you know, we've done those tests in class. Those high frequency sounds are hard for me to pick up, if at all. What was the other sense? Hearing, sight,
And then kind of your touch.
taste. Oh, touch. Okay. Touch I haven't noticed as much. And taste I haven't really noticed as much.
How about smell?
Smell, maybe slightly.
Sight has gone way down. Hearing and smell are the same.
No, that's a good question. Again, I've been very fortunate. I missed one day this year for sickness, and I truly was sick. As Mr. Goddard knows, sometimes we take sick days and we're really not sick. But I was sick. But no, I haven't. That hasn't changed.
No, I think I get sick less often.
Okay, perfect.
No.
I have to say, right in my late 40s, and that was it was kind of embarrassing because I was on the softball team, and I'd get a decent hit, and then I'd get a single out of it because it took me so long to
You couldn't
run.
get there, yeah.
You know.
Age 30.
Age 30?
Freshman year of college.
Freshman year of college? You went down?
Oh yeah, that freshman 15.
I wouldn't say you plan more. I think it's different. The way you plan is different. So not necessarily more. Maybe like in my late teens, 19, 20, early 20s, you know, a little footloose and fancy free. Didn't plan as much, but you still plan. So I've been doing this for 34 years. So I had to plan 34 years ago, 30 years ago. So no, I've been planning. Maybe plans are a little bit different. But no, I've been planning all my life. I've just been organized kind of guy.
Since I've gotten older.
Okay.
When
What
you have
age?
kids and get married, then you kind of
Okay.
need to be more responsible for other
Right.
people. So.
Yes.
I think it's about the same. And the bottom line is human beings forget all the time. And a wise man once told me that young people forget things and you guys blow it off. Old people forget things and we blame it on old age. So I don't know if I forget more than when I was 18, but students forget stuff every day,
Right.
every day. That's a fact. But now if I forget something, it's, I forgot that. I'm getting old, you know. So I blame it on age.
In certain things, I think it's improved. For certain names that I used to be able to pull out, you know, names I'm trying to remember, maybe things that I remembered on sports teams or so on. I used to be able to kind of pull those out. I have more difficulty. But other things, maybe just because of rote repetition, are easier to pull out than they might have been when I was 35.
Improved.
Improved?
A lot of stuff I have to remember. So.